Thought I would check in on my YouTube. Yeah, I always kind of check in when something interesting happens or something that makes me think twice or something the way I answered. And anyway, someone on my Instagram had sent a post, and this post was by no means negative. It was very positive. And it was, and I've seen these type of posts as, that if you think you're having a bad day, just be grateful you're alive and that you wake up and that all of that. And while that's genuinely true on most hard times, just to know that you're alive and just to know that you woke up this morning is very important. And I think when people go through, at least me, I mean, I can only talk for myself, go through kind of hard times. When I went through this, I felt like I should be grateful that I woke up, but honestly, I had days where I didn't want to wake up. I had days that I didn't want to keep going on. I had days, and it wasn't just the thought. I mean, I really didn't want to. When I had my cerebral hematoma or whatever it is, the blood in my brain, and they drained it, and then when they put a tube in there and left it in there for about 5 days. Then they took the tube out, and it literally was a hole in my brain, and then the membrane, and then the skull. And when they took it out, it was the worst pain I'd ever felt. Worse than childbirth, I'm telling you. I felt better with childbirth, and I had no drugs than this. And when it was done, and I rolled over, and I just didn't feel like I could keep going on. And that wasn't even the worst of my leukemia yet, because that happened before my chemo and my transplant. And I just think that people need to be aware that you don't know when someone's going through a big thing. And a transplant takes a long time for your body to adjust to it. Of any kind, really. I've only heard that, bone marrow is one of the hardest to get through, because I think it's your whole body, and your body is fighting constantly to make a whole new immune system. So it's fighting. And I think that's why, you lose a ton of weight, and it's not just the chemo that causes that. It's the transplant. So anyone that's going through a transplant, your body is getting used to that, and it's fighting it to some degree. And we're taking drugs so that our bodies don't fight it, or vice versa with your immune system. Sometimes your new immune system wants to fight your old body. So it's, you're working really hard. Your body's just work. And you're not feeling good, and nothing tastes good. And, I just wondered on certain days, why am I doing this? Why am I putting my family, at odds? And, my daughter's staying home from work because she has to, because I have to have 24/7. My mom's coming over to stay with me. And all I could think of is it worth it? And I will say I'm in a different situation. I don't have a ton of friends around me. I do have family, a small family. I do not have my grandkids close. They're in California, and same with my son, and no real friends, because they were all in California. And kind of when quitting my job kind of distances things, and so I don't have a ton of people. I don't have a job, and I didn't have a job going into this, so I think it's a little easier. It was easier for me to say I don't want to continue, because what am I looking forward to? I mean, and I still struggle with it. There's days where I'm like, what am I looking forward to? I'm getting better, but this infection that I've had in my GI issue that keeps coming back, and it may not come back this time. We did some medicine stuff, but it's still brand new, so we don't know. And it and I think just brings you down, and it's like, I just don't know how much more I could do. And I'm saying that I don't want anyone to feel sorry for me. I'm making it. I'm not going to do anything silly or stupid. And I'm talking to someone about it. And most days I'm happy, and most days I'm good. Especially lately, I feel very good. I do get indigestion. I do get nauseous. I'm just learning how to deal with it. I don't like that. I don't like that because it's one of the worst things to be is nauseous. You just don't want to be anywhere. But it's slowing down. It's not as all the time. It's once in a while. Probably every other day instead of all day. And I'm working out, and I'm working out really slow, and I'm starting slow, and I'm proud of myself for that because normally I just do way too much. So I don't want anyone to worry. I just want people to be aware of that when you're, ask people, if you have someone that's going through a big health issue or any kind of issue, it doesn't have to be health. Some days, if you're going through a hard thing, you wonder why, you wonder, is this all worth it? Is it? I mean, it's hard. And it could be anything. I mean, people that are struggling with finances and can't see a way out of it. And that's scary. Because I'm struggling with that too, so that's scary for me. I think I have a lot of little things that I'm not used to that are happening. I'm not used to being sick. I'm not used to feeling crappy for this long, for sure. I'm not used to not having finances available. I'm not used to being home. I'm used to working. So there's these little things and they add up, and then you think, well, am I going to get out of this? I believe that I will. I mean, I would never do anything. So I just want people to realize when you're talking to somebody, know that they could be feeling that way. And maybe not every day. It's just that feeling can come, and that feeling comes, and it hurts, and it's hard. And it doesn't, to me, actually, it didn't even hurt. It just felt like that. It just literally was like, what the hell am I doing? Just remember, you never know. That's what I'm asking most of all. And of course, sharing kind of the way I felt. I have been working with a psychologist, not just for that, but, learning how to, for me, learning how to do things in moderation so I can get more things done, and making sure I'm doing what's making me happy right now. I'm going to start using this time, and I haven't yet. I got to get more organized, start using this time to go, okay, what am I going to do for a living? I mean, I get to choose now. I haven't worked for so long, and I've been sick, and you have a new, your brain thinks different, it's like, I'm not going to do something that I don't like. Why do you spend 8 to 10 hours a day doing something that's making you miserable? Money's important, and there's got to be a balance there. But I'm lucky in the respect that I have. I'm not gonna say I'm lucky because I needed to work, but it was kind of good that I wasn't working before, because coming out of this, yes, I don't have work to look forward to, but at the same time, I don't have the stress of when are they going to want me back before firing me or being on the shit list or whatever. Having that kind of stress, I'm stress-free there. However, when time comes, which is in a couple months, I need to start really, start putting my resume out there and looking. But that's going to be a little stressful, but I have my choice. I can make my resume look however I want it to look, and, put my strengths and what I've done in accordance to what I want to do. So thrilled about that. Anyway, it's getting long. Sorry, I'm just long-winded. I'll talk to you soon.